was the Hidden Cloud Village, the strongest village the entire time of the Naruto series? Yes, it was. At any point in time, the Raikage and Killer Bee could have just went to any village and killed everybody. At that point in time, no one could have stopped the Cloud Village, the village hidden in the clouds. I think honestly, the story would have been over if Killer Bee would have knew about the Katsuki ahead of time. He could have just blitzed Itachi. He could have blitzed Pain. He could have blitzed any of the Katsuki members because he was the strongest person in the universe for the most part. He didn't start getting surpassed until like the reanimation jutsu took place and people started coming back from the dead. But if we're talking about purely alive, he was the strongest living man walking around. Killer Bee. Killer Bee was the strongest living man walking around until that reanimation jutsu kicked in. And he was so strong that he had to get Naruto up to his level. He's like, hey, I'm going to teach you how to control the Nine Tails. I'm going to get you on my level because we got to go win a war. We got to fight a war. We're going to have to go handle the Akatsuki. You know, it was pretty dope for the most part. I would say I really wish there was a parallel universe when they was doing the filler episodes where Killer Bee was in a deep sleep in that trance and he was under the Tsukuyomi. I wish there was a parallel universe where Killer Bee just wiped out the Akatsuki on his own. But there was a short story, but instead of him doing it by himself, he had the help of all the other nine Jinchuriki instead of him being by himself. Because I think Killer Bee could have did it on his own. If he just knew about the Akatsuki ahead of time and the village hidden in the cloud was on the same page with the village hidden in the leaf and they cooperated with one another, I think he could have immediately humbled them. He would have immediately sat their asses down. He would have immediately, at the beginning of the show, he would have decimated. He would have whooped Pain. He would have beat Itachi. He would have beat, what's his name? Kakazu. He would have beat Deidara. He would have beat Zetsu. He would have beat Orochimaru. He would have beat Hidan. He would have beat Nagato. He would have beat Sasori. He would have beat Yahiko. He would have beat Sasuke. He easily beat Sasuke. He whooped Sasuke so bad the guy had to pull a Mario fucking goddamn backup life out of his ass. Like this guy got saved like 2 different times, multiple times. And I honestly believe if Killer Bee would have had just an inkling, if he would have just knew ahead of time about what the Akatsuki was doing, hunting down Jinchuriki one by one, he would have immediately just went after them. He would have went and handled that. Him and his brother, the Raikage, they would have immediately shut that shit down, you know. But you know, Itachi tried to go undercover for the Akatsuki to protect the Hidden Leaf Village. But at the end of the day, Itachi wasn't that strong because he was still scared of Pain. He was still scared of Obito. He did not want no smoke with Pain or Obito. Okay? He was sitting there stuck. But if Itachi would have snuck his ass over to the village hidden in the cloud, I'm pretty sure Itachi and Killer Bee could have wiped out the Akatsuki immediately. You wouldn't have had to worry about the Akatsuki. You wouldn't have had to worry about the reanimation jutsu. It would have been done. It would have been finished. It would have been finito. You got the Raikage, you got Killer Bee, and you got Itachi working together. Take down the Akatsuki. It would have been over with, immediately over with.